buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. This up just shy of the 30. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Sticking with Walker on second down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Stopped by Jacorian Bennett.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, it's Walker. It's a 4-yard pickup there to lose him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in. That was big tight end. And he's going to have the Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. There's a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Execution was one of their watchwords. Up to this one, and on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Walker. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the one. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the one. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. From the 25, here's second and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They need 2. Here's third down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll lead to the third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 4th and inches in plus territory, that seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
Pushing his way through. Touchdown! A great play there. 35 yards. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carson. 7-7, our score after 1. homestanding Raiders with a football here. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Escape. Oh, and Nelson spaced upright. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carson, up and go. And that makes the score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call.
And down he goes. Brought down. Raiders sack. That's Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This This is intercepted. Ja'Cory Bennett has it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Crossing off for the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Elliott. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
19, 18.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
19, Charger, 19, Charger.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side, complete. That's Bowers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bowers. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson up the gut. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Come on now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke with guys. Had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On play action, they'll throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Well, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing it, you want to go through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup.
Really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. A sack back in the 32. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And that is no good. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could be a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's a give up the middle. back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Points through the contact. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how Week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? Not quite sure what's inside, what you're hoping for, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Walker. And a lane slow materializing there. It's a good 80-yard up to the 45. Here's 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. Just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. But it was 4th down, and the possession changes. A real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. To be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. They've got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jalen Waddle, 82 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they take out a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. There he goes left side. Inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by courtesy of the Guru. And they open the lead up now to 25. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And it's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. On the counter, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, if they get further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains points here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So big turn of events there. They had him sacked on 3rd down, but the hand to the face going to give him new life.
And when it comes to protecting quarterbacks, partners, you well know, these officials are not going to hesitate if they see a tongue on the mask. Heck, if they see a hand up near the mask, the flag's going to come out.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Here's Walker. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding it at the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, this one taken all the way back for the score.
Hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And down he goes, brought down by Sam. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to send him back on 2nd. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
What they got to do now, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw here. And now here's another interception. Jacorian Bennett has it, and they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. They'll help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That's a good hard running there as he pushes way forward for about 5.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Now 30 week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-defense. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Ja'Cory Bennett has it, and the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards that time.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
He'll look to throw. Trying to fit it in the middle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willem. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is intercepted. Or was it? They'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And it's going to be 4th and long. Now here's Michael Dixon on, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And look at this, another fake, and the Seahawks have recovered. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Well, we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Shoves him, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson now to have the extra point. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'll have to be a spin doctor for that. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. This is 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Hey, pass. 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He's wrapped up, taken down with a 25. Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start this season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they will take a knee here. Tonight was a great way to kick the season off. Before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season.